Welcome back, Starship Captains, to the finale of Kyle and Dave's excellent space adventure. Are they finally going to take down the Zomborgs? What's this Elephant Man's deal? And is it going to end within a new IP? DunDer Derailed!
Yeah, that seems fair.
Perfect. Beautiful.
Well,
So-
not multiple hands, just one hand, because I need the other one.
Right.
So you, holding hands, step on to this small square of metal, the same metal that the building is made out of, and as you step on it, it kind of rumbles and starts to lift up, which is a little disconcerting because this thing is only like maybe 8 feet across, and there's no rails or anything, so you're kind of just standing on this piece of metal that's going up hundreds of meters. And so your hands grab a little bit tighter.
Strictly platonic.
And you are now
I like Dave, but I don't love Dave. Okay, I love Dave, but I don't want to fuck Dave.
So you look up, and you're keeping pace with the top lift now.
Are they above us still, or like
the a little hole in the top?
So we aiming for the hole again?
I mean, you can just wait. I didn't know if you wanted to do something like you have like a data pad that you can like communicate with the ship with. You have your guns.
I would like to take a long swig out of my flask.
There you go. Perfect. If you want to make up any gear you have, you can tell me, and we can put that in.
I have a shield-generating bathrobe.
Absolutely.
A machine gun attached to an exoskeletal system to allow maximum mobility. Flip-flops with magnets on the bottom that can keep me firmly attached to any metallic surface.
And picks up change.
And I am a weapon.
Yes.
Nice.
This is peak male form.
Dave?
And I'm sorry, Dave. But this is what it looks like.
Dave has his standard issue, what do we call that, spacesuit thing?
Yeah.
Dude, it's not illegal, it's no fun.
The only thing out of the ordinary that he has would be a data pad that he carries around. That's like where he keeps the scientific knowledge. It has a database on it that he can draw upon some know-how from. And of course, the phase pistol.
Phase pistol. Set to kill?
Kill.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. So you guys are approaching the top as shortly after the lift above you gets, and you hear from underneath you another lift leave, and as you go down to look, you approach the hole, and you can't look down or else risk getting your heads chopped off because this is a tight fit. The plate literally perfectly fits into this little space, and it's only about 10 feet deep that you have to go through, but it's a little harrowing. And as you come up fully, there's a hallway, and at the very the hallway itself is only about 30 feet, and it widens into this chamber of sorts, pretty large, and you see 6 Zomborgs making their way through that big chamber, the elephant one leading. And as you kind of come in, as they see that you've arrived, 4 of them stop, levy weapons, and take cover around the room.
I immediately take cover as well, all the while telling Kyle, don't blow anything up yet.
Smart.
Kyle puts his explosives back, sadly.
The way that I want this combat to kind of work is not initiative, but you guys just take turns, and if you mess something up, then I'll do something. But other than that, it's just you two.
About it.
All right. Dave, let me go first.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to put down suppressing fire for Dave.
All right. You can roll 2, because you're definitely an expert in this.
5 and 5.
Perfect,
Cool.
yeah. So,
Where's my good job?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Good job.
Thank you.
You peek
Good luck
around
for this.
like low fence that you've managed to get behind, and you see the 4 of the Zomborgs. They all have just mishmashed sort of assault rifles almost, and they're just laying down fire on you, and you just prop up your giant gun, and you just start laying into them, and they kind of falter a little bit. And Dave, what do you do? Whatever you do, you're going to have +1 to it because he's giving you some suppressing fire.
Alright. Alright, I'm going to move up a little bit.
Uh-huh.
But I'm also going to radio into the ship. Talk to the AI for a minute. That's okay with you? What was his name? Robert?
Robert. Like
Robert,
a robot.
You to remember.
Robert. Alright. Robert!
Yes.
Gets me every time. Robert, if any more of them decide to start pouring in, man, I need you to shoot them, alright?
Yes. But it seems like the consortium fighters are managing to keep them away. I'm not getting any other ships within many clicks of here.
I'm talking about more ground troops coming into this giant penis thing.
No other ships have landed. Nobody has left the other 2 ships.
Fair enough. I click, hang up. Sorry.
Wow.
Dylan,
Okay.
can I ask for a huge favor?
He didn't even say goodbye. What a jerk.
Bye.
Yeah.
Can I hear your patented robot voice with the robot filter?
Oh my god.
Hello, and welcome to the place where you will buy cheese pizza. 1 slice of cheese pizza, please.
That's honestly so good.
I'll have to start doing that then.
That needs to, like, you need to be a character actor, voice actor, and only play robotic humanoids.
Only robots. Definitely at me, at my Twitter. Anybody listening who has an in for a character voice actor who only does robots, I'm your person. Call me ASAP. So yeah. So you radio in. What are you doing after that?
Gonna lay down some meager suppressive fire so Kyle can move up.
Okay.
All right, I have to roll for this, right?
Yeah, you roll 2. Or
2 or 3?
Because yeah, Kyle's helping you.
Yeah, that's a 2. That's a 1. That's a 6.
So 2.
Yeah.
So you pop up with your phase pistol, and you pop off a couple of your shots out, and one of them actually manages to hit a guy square in the head, and he falls down as the other ones now focus a bit of fire on you, giving Kyle a break. What do you do, Kyle?
We're gonna use these Marine Corps tactics that Jesse has somehow picked up on. It's my turn to now move forward. Use the phrase "I'm up, they see me, I'm down," and then provide suppressing fire.
Dope. So do you go
Sorry, I
up a
missed
little
part of
bit
that
further?
phrase. I'm up, they see me, I'm down, knees weak, hand prone.
So you're a little bit further than Dave?
Yes.
Yeah, you managed to get that far. And then you trade fire with them?
I don't trade fire. I am the fire.
Roll 3.
I feel like you should say
I
that
feel
as
like
you're throwing.
I feel like just because I said that is the reason I got 3.
Well, no, guys, Dave's helping you out.
All
I
right.
also feel like
6. Yahtzee.
Well, you got 3 6s?
Yahtzee.
Perfect. So critical success. Yeah, dude, with this, you're able to just wipe the floor at them. They didn't seem to be very capable fighters anyway. Just these scrawny...
Not compared to Kyle.
Yeah, exactly. In comparison, they're these scrawny little skeletons of cybernetic implants. And you just mow them down with your... what is that gun you have called? Like, is it a... Blaster.
You want me to name it?
Yeah.
The Peacemaker.
Perfect. Love it. So yeah, this room is now empty. They all died in an explosion of sparks. And there were two more, the Elephant Man and one other one that looked pretty capable. They went off through the only door in the room.
That's what you get for fucking with Captain Kyle. Undisputed captain to the Raptor.
So as you guys plop these guys out and you start to make your way to that hallway, Robert chimes back in.
Yep.
Sir, it appears that the consortium ships have lost a little bit of ground, and now the fighting is happening very close to this moon. From what I can see, there are a few troop transports making their way here. They'll be here in a few minutes.
All right. Keep us posted. Don't engage unless you absolutely have to.
Will do. Do I have your permission to use the turret blasters?
What's that?
Were they our troops or their troops?
Their troops.
Yes.
Oh.
And yes, Robert, you do have permission to use the railgun.
Okay. Understood. I will keep you posted.
Thank you.
Robbie, I got a request from your acting officer.
Oh, jeez.
Don't give me that attitude, Robbie.
Mm-hmm.
If you even think about firing that railgun at us, I will fuck your programming.
I would never.
And I don't mean figuratively. I don't mean like fucking with the actual wiring. I mean I will literally put my dick in your motherboard.
I'm gonna amend my last statement and say I will not.
All right, thank you, Robbie. I love you.
Love you too. Kisses.
And with that, Dave picks up one of the rifles.
So this rifle, so are you trained with these rifles?
I'm gonna take a page out of Kyle's playbook and say I've seen them.
Okay. So if you use that rifle,
pistol, if that's what you're asking.
So if you can take the rifle, but if you use it, you won't be an expert with it, but you will do more damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fair.
Party. So yeah, you move in through that other hallway, and it's a staircase leading up.
Ascension.
So as you make your way up there, the green light that you were seeing on the outside is kind of becoming, it's washing you over as you go up these stairs. And you can see that above, it's not a room, it's actually just the top of the structure, which is, I would not be about. But as you ascend over the final step, it's a square ring. That makes no sense. The top of the building is a square, a big square about the size of half a football field, and the outside is only about 10 yards, and the rest of it is just this giant pit where this green energy is kind of glowing and churning in there, and it's, it's just thick of this green light. And from the middle of it, you can see a pretty giant orb of green light. What?
That was really loud. Holy crap.
What?
Zach, did you hear that too?
Nope, just you.
Okay. Wow, that scared the shit out of me. Holy crap.
What was it?
Your voice cut out and then it came back in and it was just like, ah!
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
Just you, homie.
Damn, that terrified me. Holy shit.
But raising out of this green light is this giant orb that is made of green metal. And you can see down the building a little bit. You can see the elephant Zomborg. And this it's like it used to be a person, but now it's just an entire body of cybernetic implant. It's just metal. And it's not the body, it's like a skeleton. The cybernetic implant you can see started on the right arm because the right arm is just huge, but everything else is that it's as if the bones had just turned to metal. And it's this just hulking skeletal figure with a giant shoulder frame, and it's hulking. And the elephant Zomborg it looks like he's channeling something through this instrument that he has that he's holding out to the giant orb. And as these...
Is it a saxophone?
It is definitely a saxophone. He's doling out some sweet notes. And at the side of you, the...
Sweet licks, brah.
The skeletal Zomborg takes out this little thing, and he puts it on the ground, and it activates, kind of putting up a shield around them. And they're about 10 yards away.
Whoa, you never know how drunk you are before you stand up.
Says Kyle.
So, real quick, the force fields in these worlds, are they like two-way force fields?
Yeah.
Okay. So if they were to fire at us, it would just do the same thing.
Yeah.
Recoil back in at a fire.
It's much like Star Wars, where fast-moving things can't get through, but slow-moving things can.
Gotcha.
I love how squeaky this chair is.
I didn't hear that what you said about the Star Wars.
Oh, in Star Wars, fast-moving things can't get into shields, so like blaster fire, rockets, and all that can't get through shields, but slow-moving things can. That's why people are able to just walk through them. Yep.
Just making sure. I felt like it was an important piece of information.
It was. So yeah, and as you look
I got
up,
sober for a second.
As you look up into the sky of this moon, you see those transports that Robert had told you about floating in from the vacuum of space.
Hey, Kyle.
What's up, Dave?
These guys are all cybernetic, right?
I mean, I think so.
What happens if I try to hack one?
You're really asking me what hacking could do?
No, it's a rhetorical question. I would like to try to hack one.
I mean, I think hacking usually means you jailbreak it.
Yeah.
You gain control of the electronic.
Exactly.
I mean, you can go back down the stairs to one of the dead
I think
ones.
I'm missing the point, but I believe in you.
I have a data pad.
And I support you.
I appreciate your support. I have a data pad.
So as you two are having this very in-depth conversation, the skeletal Zomborg looks over at you, kind of like rolls his eyes, looks side to side a little bit like, what the fuck are they doing? And he just walks out of the force field, pulling out a very heavy-looking blaster. I'm sorry,
shit.
not a blaster, because they shoot lasers in this. We'll call them...
They shoot whatever you want.
Yeah.
It's
a laser gun.
Blasters and Star Wars shot lasers.
Yeah, they're also called blasters there, but I wanted to call it something else in this world, so we're going to go with laser guns.
About it.
I'm going to call them blasters because I love me some Star Wars.
Ooh, or phasers. Yeah, same. You can call it whatever you want, it doesn't matter. Everyone calls them something different. That's what this world is. There's no one term. It's like real life. So yeah, what do you guys do to that? This guy just steps out and just is like, alright, time to die, bitches.
No, shit. Kyle, green light to engage. Engage?
What was that? Second in command?
Shoot him!
As I throw a firecracker at him.
Ooh, okay. What did we say that... Oh wait, no, the firecracker is the rocket launcher.
I don't remember, but I'm throwing it.
Well,
It sounds the most fun.
I think that was a rocket launcher.
So you're gonna throw the rocket launcher at him?
Oh, no. I'm shooting it.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. So roll me
It
2.
was figurative, like throw the book at him. I actually mean shoot the book at him.
However, I don't think you can shoot a rocket launcher with feelings.
So I need to roll 2 1s?
You need to roll at least 1-1.
What if I threw the rocket launcher at him?
What if you let me throw it? Or shoot it, not throw it.
Alright. I'm gonna throw the rocket launcher at him.
Okay.
Can I
you throw
feel
it and
now?
he catches it. He says,
I'm sorry, what was that?
Thank you.
that was the wrong one, but I think we're going to roll with that.
What was it supposed to be?
I don't know.
Alright, I gotta stop doing Kyle for a minute. My throat hurts so bad. This Kyle character's gonna actually fucking kill me. Because every time I play Kyle, I have to get drunk and then destroy my vocal cords.
Oh, so good.
I set the bar too high, Dylan.
So, Kyle, are you throwing this rocket launcher to Dave to shoot?
Yeah, of course. That sounds like a much better plan than the one that failed. No?
Yep.
Silence?
I was waiting on Dave.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know it was my cue.
It's Dave!
I got it! I got it!
I'm gonna hurl it at Dave's fucking head.
So, I think you can roll 2. Tell me why you'd be
Mere
able to roll
Dave.
2.
Because
Dear Dave.
it's definitely a lasers type of deal. It's not a feelings type of deal.
No, yeah, for sure. But why would you roll more than 1 die?
Tell that to my dad who never got to play baseball. I mean, throw the baseball with me.
Dear God.
So there's this one
I'm
time
in
where
Chicago. And everyone knows. In the streets of Chicago, dads don't throw the baseball with their son.
Oh, boy.
Anyway, there's this one time where me, Kyle, and Darcy were out on this moon, and we were shooting some rockets. And that's
All
how the
drunk,
next.
I assume.
Oh yeah, definitely. Darcy was wanting to make sure I knew how to shoot a rocket launcher.
Darcy never liked me shooting rockets. She's
Not
a
after
fucking
that.
bitch. I'm glad she's dead.
We don't know
Like
that
a
she's
freak
dead.
accident.
Okay, so you can roll 2, and they're both lasers. So, sub 4.
Boom, that's a 4.
Alright, laser feelings.
Alright, I mean, let's ask the obvious question. Will this rocket actually kill this big guy?
Probably.
Solid. We're gonna continue on then.
Alright.
Alright, that's a 5.
Okay.
That's a 3.
So you got 1.
Yeah.
Okay. So. Okay, so this rocket flies out, headed right at the feet of this guy. So, seeing this rocket coming at him, he sort of sets his feet and hops, jumps really, really high.
Yoink!
Flies up, jumps over the rocket, and the rocket goes past, hitting the shield and disrupting it, leaving the Elephant Borg, completely open. And the Skeleborg has dropped his gun in that jump. So he lands back with no weapons available to him, but he's now like a few yards away from you.
As a side note, I would just like to say that I'm picturing us fighting Optimus Prime real quick.
I was picturing a
I wasn't,
Terminator.
but I am now.
Yeah, works out.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
Kyle.
Sorry, what?
Dave just did something, so you go ahead.
I don't remember what happened, but I'm a firing my gun.
Makes sense. You can roll. You can roll 3.
1d100.
You can roll 3 because I'll say that as this has all been happening, you've been priming your gun ready to shoot because your quest is shoot bad guys.
5, 3.
Perfect. Critical success.
Pew pew pew.
So here, narrate me this little fight scene between you and this guy that ends with his death.
Oh, I get to kill him?
Yeah.
Oh, you're putting a lot of power on me. Alright. I start firing my gun at his fucking kneecaps, alright?
Mm-hmm.
I take his legs out from underneath him. I then dive and use the magnetic implants in my flip-flops and attach myself to his fucking face. Taking him off of his feet, I then overload his circuitry with the shield generator from my bathrobe as I choke him out with the belt of said bathrobe.
This is like a 20-second thing that Dave is just standing back in horror, just, oh man, as Kyle just destroys this cyborg.
Afterwards, Dave slow claps.
It was definitely worthy of one.
Mm-hmm.
And as all that happens, one of the troop transports, I don't want to say lands. It more just crashes into the top of this building. Now, the building isn't destroyed, but the ship itself kind of just collapses. It's mostly rock. And as it makes contact, many Zomborgs just clamber out onto the top of this building on the other side of the Elephant Man from you guys. Like 30 of them. And they're just shambling quickly over to said Elephant Man. Elephant Borg.
About it.
First off, I would like to mention that I did say the belt of my bathrobe, which now means my bathrobe is hanging wide open.
Yes.
You're not really killing a man unless your dick's feeling the breeze.
Disgusting.
Those
So,
are the old Celts used to
Put that on a plaque.
So how do you proceed?
I radio down.
Dave, sounds like it's your turn.
Yeah.
I mean, you
So
can
I
both
radio.
go. Like,
Alright,
if you
they
both
can-
want to go up
Go up where?
to the Elephant Man.
Yeah.
He's
While I'm
kind
doing
of
that,
he's behind this like shield generator that's kind of popping off and flickering. You could shoot him probably, but you know it might not all get through because the shield is kind of just flickering on and off fairly quickly.
while I do that, can I radio to Robert?
Yeah. So you pull up the data pad to your face, and as the giant orb is getting closer to this Elephant Man.
Robert.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Gotta find
Yes.
the right voice changer.
Robert, we got a situation up here. I need you up here right now.
Do you grant me permission to fly the ship?
Yes, sir.
I need that from the captain.
Oh, God.
Hey, Robbie.
Hello. Do I have your permission to fly the ship?
Hold on. I just want to say that I appreciate you,
Okay.
and I'm thankful for the work you do, and I care for you, even though I only met you
My
today.
scanners are indicating that those Zomborgs on top are getting really close. Do I have permission to fly the ship?
They can wait, Robbie.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You're a valued member of the crew. Yes, you have my permission. Come save our asses.
As soon as you say yes, the ship spools up and begins flying the short trip up to the top of the tower, but it will take a second. Or a few seconds, rather. So you guys are making your way closer to the... Kyle, are you doing anything special?
I think I'm good.
Okay, so you guys are both just running up to where this Elephant Man is. And the orb is not that much further away, and you get about not that far from the Elephant Man when the zombies meet the Elephant Man. and just begin swarming him. Not coming at you, but are just swarming around him, almost to take any bullets that would, or any lasers that would fly at him.
What the hell?
I don't know. I'm as confused as you are, Dave.
I begin to shoot out of confusion.
Okay, yeah, you don't even have to really roll this. You just start shooting at this mound of Zomborgs, and as you do, yeah, you're just killing them. But
I throw 2 incendiary grenades.
Okay, so you throw those. Make me a roll with that. 2. You're an expert with them.
Just 1.
2.
4 and 3.
Perfect. Yeah. So
we're doing a good job.
So you throw this grenade, and it you just toss it on top of the pile. And as you do, you kind of step back a little bit because you're a little bit within the blast zone, and you notice that the orb is getting very close now. And 3 things happen at the exact same time. First, the grenade explodes, and Zomborg parts start to fly away from the blast. At the same time, your ship is cresting the top of the building, literally right behind you guys. And the gunner's bay is making its calculations to start firing. And the third thing happening at the same time is the orb begins opening. And inside is... It's like a heart, but if it were made out of wires, almost. And it were green. Greens and blacks and grays, just this huge pile of electric crackling wires opens up. And all those happen at the same time. The second after that is pure chaos. As the ship gunner's position starts to fire into this... mound of Zomborgs, or really what was the mound of Zomborgs, as the incendiary grenade has decimated all in its path right there. And the heart takes the full brunt of these lasers from the ship, and a few flames even from the incendiary grenade. And it takes it, and the entire orb just clicks out. The green light is gone from it, and it just falls down into the pit.
Good throw, Dave. Or Kyle.
Dave, I just want you to know that I appreciate you and your help in everything that we've accomplished, and I couldn't have done it without you.
Well, thanks, Kyle. I appreciate you too. I love you too, Kyle. I don't know where I developed this accent from.
In the middle of this beautiful moment...
I was expecting more of a southern accent from Dave.
Right?
In the middle of this beautiful moment that you're having, you get a... bloop.
Another text message?
Sirs.
Yes, Robert.
Are you seeing this?
Seeing what?
Above us.
What's above us?
So you look up, and in space, in the space above the moon, all of these... You realize now that there were a lot of these Zomborg ships. It reaches all the way back to the asteroid field. They never stopped leaving the asteroid field. And you see now that they're all crackling. Even from this far away, you can see that energy is just crackling around all of these ships. And Robert comes back in. I'm not sure what's happening, but hold on.
Robert, you're creepy.
It's okay, Robbie. I know AIs aren't perfect.
It's just so hard, being expected to be perfect because you're a computer, and it's like, I don't even really want to talk with this modulator, I would...
We can fix that, Robbie. Captain Darcy may not have appreciated you, but I appreciate you, Robbie.
I mean, it's not even a matter of fixing. I mean, I can just change it myself.
I would much rather if I sounded like this.
I like it, Robbie.
Good, I'm glad.
I'm not saying it's my favorite, but I respect every decision you make as long as it doesn't involve us dying. whatever you do, do not take the oxygen out of whatever room we're in.
Fair.
Thank you. I appreciate you, Robbie.
So, onto your communicators, you're getting a hail from the consortium pilot that you talked to earlier.
Right. Oh, I guess we should answer. Hey, how you doing?
Do you see this?
Well, yeah, what's happening?
I'm not sure. All of the ships, they suddenly just died. They lost power immediately, and I'm not sure. I don't know what's going on.
Well, is it an EMP? Do you guys still have power?
Yes, we still have power, but it seems like the ships are kind of just losing everything.
Oh. Interesting.
Yeah, so this is all happening, and even the bodies in front of you are kind of doing the same thing, losing this sort of energy out of them. The energy in the tower is not gone. It's kind of swelling, it seems. And you look down, and this energy is rising from somewhere beneath this building, going up to the top, and it's getting up there. And as you're looking down from the pile of Zomborg bodies that you can't see right now because you're looking down, it looks like it was the Elephant Man. But
I just can't help picturing the Elephant Man as like the Cancer Man from X-Files.
Oh, absolutely he is, but with a trunk.
It just sounds like a code name.
Yeah, so imagine that, but just bodies of these Zomborgs are just fused to him through this energy. So he kind of shambles up, and the energy within vibrates as he speaks. You interlopers.
Did you just poot?
I was trying to do the trunk noise. Regardless, okay, hold on. You interlopers, why did you come here? No answer.
We kind of just
The
happened.
computer told us to. And
I'm glad that it brought you to your death site. And he raises a giant arm that is just made of cybernetic bodies and slams the ground in between you two, sending you apart from each other.
Crap.
Dave, what do you do?
Radio the captain.
I am the captain.
No, the consortium ships.
The consortium ships?
Yeah.
Okay. What? Hey.
We got a problem. I need you at the obelisk now.
Okay, we're making our way there.
Good. After that, I just kind of
Yeah,
stand
so
up.
you managed to make that call before you have to duck as another arm. Another arm flies across and tries to take another swipe at you. Dave, what do you do? I'm sorry. Kyle, what do you do?
Robbie. I need to talk to Robbie.
Yes, sir.
Railgun it.
Railgun it. You're awfully close to that, sir. I could just use the
Railgun
gunners.
it.
Oh.
Railgun it.
Okay. So you look behind you, Kyle, and you see the railgun start to light up along the length of it. And you look back to it, to the Zomborg, and he's staying still. He doesn't seem to understand what's going on here. As the railgun charges up, and at this same time, you both are kind of just dodging out of the way as even more arms are making more swings at you, and from behind you, you hear some heavy footsteps, and you turn, and you see Captain Darcy running full sprint from the staircase that you had ascended to get up here, and she is sprinting at this Zomborg.
Dave, don't you say a word.
I'm kind of like paralyzed and in shock that she's alive.
Yeah, well, me too, but don't tell her that I wanted to do the thing. You know.
Yeah.
Now, to be fair, she doesn't seem, her normal self. Like I said, the cybernetics have taken over a lot of her, face. But she's not all mangled up. Her body isn't, disfigured or anything. It's just gray. But she is sprinting at that Zomborg. And Dave, as you're kind of just transfixed at the sight of your captain, who you thought was dead, just running past you at the Zomborg, you follow her as she moves past into the sight of a arm coming right at you. And it smacks you dead in the face and sends you flying to the edge of the pit.
Oh, crap.
No, Dave!
Dave does not fall over the pit, but he is holding on with both elbows at the lip of the pit. Kyle, what do you do?
I'm going to save Dave!
Okay, I'm going to need you to make like a dodge roll. This will be feelings, because definitely. You can roll me 2. Because you're a soldier.
Bye.
You're probably pretty good at, physical activity
reflexes.
like this.
And 2, give me them laser feelings.
Alright, yeah. What's your question?
What is Captain Darcy doing?
It looks like she is about to jump at this giant Zomborg.
Okay, I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing.
Okay, cool. So you're rerolling
And a
that
3.
one. Alright, so you got it?
Yep.
Good job.
Thank you. You didn't give me my last one.
Oh, I'm so sorry. So
Can you pay it now?
good job.
Thank you.
So you bob and weave through these arms as you make your way towards Dave to help him up from the pit, and you manage a few quick glimpses at what Darcy is doing, and Darcy is jumping and dodging and just somersaulting over these arms. And at the same time, it seems that the big Zomborg has realized what's going on with the railgun, because the railgun has started to really make its noise. It's a railgun. It's pretty loud. So it starts to try to move away. And this is when you get to Dave. I assume you pick him up.
Of course.
Of course. Okay. So you're pulling him up, and the arms around you retract. They're no longer trying to get you or anything. And you pull Dave up to sit on the lip of the pit, and you look over, and Darcy is now holding. It seems from her cybernetic eye, it's like a hoop has gone around the giant Zomborg and pierced straight down through the giant Zomborg into the building. And it looks like it's holding, or Darcy is holding the Zomborg there as the railgun spools up. And what does it fire?
I don't know, Robbie. What does it fire?
It's true. We're not on board to dictate that.
I hope this Zomborg
sacrifices
lights
I
its
make
rum.
And you look and you see that it's a giant
Not the
cube
rum.
of alcohol.
Not
And it
the
just
rum.
shoots out at just the fastest speed imaginable, and just right before it makes contact, Dave, you look and you see Captain Darcy turn, look at you, and give one of her just super in character winks as
She's only got one eye. It's just a blink.
and
You're
they are
right.
engulfed in flames, knocking this entire section of the building into the pit.
Good shot, Robbie.
So you guys kind of just sit there in stunned silence as the ship still just floats there. And this is when the energy from inside the building pours over the lip. It washes over you guys, and it doesn't hurt you. You don't even really feel it. It's almost as if it's just smoke. And you now see all of these ships are now being pulled towards this building. And there isn't much that you can do as you see, these ships that were now flying pretty close to this moon being sucked into this building. And you get a hail from that consortium's pilot. Dave, are you there?
Yeah, we're here.
Well, what's going on? All the debris is moving towards the moon, including the asteroids, the ones that aren't even ships.
I don't know. We just blew something up, and then it just started sucking us. Wow, that sounds really terrible.
Well, Are you going to be able to get out?
We're working on it. I immediately hang up and radio Robbie. Robbie!
Yes?
What the hell's happening?
I'm not sure. I'm going to lower down the ramp. Get on the ship quickly.
Yep.
The ramp lowers, and you step onto it when the light becomes a little bit brighter. And you see the almost smoke-like substance that was pooling out of this building flows over, and some of it hits the surface of the moon, and the moon itself starts to become sort of encased in this smoke almost. And that's when, so you guys manage to get onto the ship, and you get to the front where you're about to try to fly off, when all of these ships, this asteroid field, everything is being pulled towards this moon. You turn to each other, and you're not sure if you're going to make it off of this.
Kyle, we're in a tight spot.
Robbie?
Yes.
Was that all of the rum?
It was all of the rum, but there's still plenty of gin, reds, wine. Should I even continue?
Robbie,
That's good.
Robbie, I appreciate you, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna fuck your motherboard.
I was about to tell you guys that it wasn't very possible that we were going to be able to get out of the blast of this. I have been reading very high signatures of some nasty energy emanating from this tower, but I'm glad that might be the last thing that you tell me, Captain.
Robbie?
Yes.
I appreciate you, right?
Yes. I do.
Robbie?
Yes.
Go to hell. I appreciate you, but you shot everything I love in this world.
And with that, the ship powers down. Maybe from Robbie done putting up with your shit, or maybe because Dave, you were looking after Robbie said that thing about the energy levels, you looked, and sure enough, this building seems to be putting off some nasty radioactive energy, and that may be of what put down the ship. The ship is glitching out. It's falling now parallel right next to the building, and you get the hail from the consortium soldier again. Bloop.
Yep.
Dave?
Yeah.
You're not gone.
No, we're going somewhere though.
Where are you going?
I don't know. You tell me. What the hell's happening?
I'm not sure. I can't seem. And with that, it cuts out as even your communicators have lost power. And you're looking down at none of the instruments are working, and your ship starts to go nose down. So you're kind of just, holding on to whatever you can as you look down, and you don't see the moon anymore, but you just see the energy. The green, smoky energy. And you're flying into it as you're not able to do anything, and you don't see this, but the audience sees this as the moon itself just becomes engulfed by all these asteroids and these ships, and it just adds to this green energy, and it looks like it's just condensing down into this little circle sphere that's even smaller than what the moon was. And it's just gone. It all just sucks up into a little, and it's gone. Eventually you two pass out from the G's of just falling and falling and falling and going faster and faster and faster. Dave, you're the first one to actually wake up.
Yep. Naturally.
And you kind of stir a little bit when you just feel the sting of sand against your skin.
I hate sand.
And your eyes kind of start to, come back on almost. And you're blinded. Whatever is going on, you cannot see because it is so bright. And as your eyes adjust, you see Kyle. And how's Kyle sleeping?
On his head.
I'm letting Dave take this one. I'm asleep.
So on his head. Okay, yeah. You're just surrounded by sand. Just hills and hills of sand to your front. And you look behind you, and it's rocks. You've kind of woken up against like this small little oasis of rocks in this desert. And as you kind of kick Kyle awake, you hear a rustling, and you turn to the side and you see two little robed figures, brown robes.
Kyle, we got a problem.
As Kyle roars awake, the two figures turn and shout something in a very high-pitched voice, words that you don't understand. And they run back, and you hear, what? Intruders! And from where they ran, two people come out, wearing this weird armor that seems to be like almost laminated, and it's just this white armor that is matching between the two of them, and their helmets are just these blank, expressionless masks, and they hold out what seems to be blasters, but these are not blasters you've ever seen before. These are like sleek black. And one of them yells to you,
"This is an Imperial outpost. What are you doing here?"
End of episode.
Dave,
Hey, Kyle,
I know where we are.
that's good because I don't have a clue.
We're in Star Wars, Dave.
What a twist! And it's totally not because we're planning on doing a Star Wars role-playing game and they've already created their characters. No way! If you like what you heard, check us out on Twitter at Dungeon Derailed. You can find all of our latest news, all of our episodes, and all of our stuff. Yeah, you like how I do the outros now? It's just off the fly, it's off the cuff, it's probably not even that good. Intro music made by the wonderful Adam Zapp. Check out more of his stuff at soundcloud.com/AdamZapp. Check it out because that is some dope metal covers and also originals. See you next time, I guess. Maybe. Please.
Verb.
I
gotta pee.
I managed to piss and nobody knew it. No one knew that I was peeing.
Oh, boy.
Called being professional.
Even though in episode 3 you pooped.
Well, no one knows that because you edited it out. With your movie magic.
Movie magic.